just overwhelming. I'm getting text messages. I'm getting people like the Dixie Cups, Barbara Hawkins of the Dixie Cups. She's out of town. I think she said she was in New York, and she said, save me her handkerchief. You have no idea how much Eric did for the Dixie Cups. And all the people here at the starting point, North Robinson and St. Philip, who are just coming up and saying that Eric did so much for the community, and they feel like he was family. And it's just so genuine and sincere, and they're not at a second line for a newscaster. They're at a second line for a close family member, and they feel that they're related to all of us, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm overwhelmed. People coming up saying to thank me, but to tell me to thank all of you for what we do for the community every day when we just do our job. So I know I'm a little emotional, but I am overwhelmed with the love and the outpouring of people just saying thank you. Of course, Eric's wife, I saw her, Bethany, Helena Moreno was here, Arthel Neville, who used to work on Channel 4, who of course is the daughter of one of the famous Nevilles. She was here. I mean, the people who have come out, it's kind of been a who's who, but there's one lady who left after Katrina and moved to Oakland, California, and she came in for this, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm blown away by the appreciation of the people out there here in the city who are part of our family, who are just so appreciative. So the band did come back here to the starting point, and I bet this party goes well into the night. I asked one of the NOPD officers, I'm a bad estimate of crowd numbers. Give me an idea. And she said, I'm a bad estimate too, but it's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds. So I just think Eric would absolutely love this. But I will tell you something else. This is interesting to me. People have been mailing cards since Eric announced that he had cancer. They've been mailing cards, a quilt even, all these notes and everything to Eric, and I've been collecting them, and I made sure that I got them to him. And he and Bethany were reading through all the cards. So I want to let our viewers know that Eric has seen your cards. And Eric, who we always tease about, you know, having a big head and all the jokes we have about Eric, he was overwhelmed and shocked that people would actually care and send a card about him. So that part of Eric surprised me too, but I do want to let our viewers know that we have passed every one of those cards on to him, and there's a few that have come in since then. I have them all ready to give to Bethany, and she is just loving them, and I know his son, who's only 8 years old, will really appreciate reading those one day, what all of the viewers are just saying how much they loved his dad. So this has just been amazing, and I'm sure what y'all saw was amazing, absolutely amazing too. So I don't know, I'm just grateful, very grateful. Reporting live from the Treme, Meg Farris, WWL Louisiana, back to you.
I know, Meg, it is difficult. I have been fighting back tears for about 2 hours now.
Yes.
It is unbelievable. I know Meg has known Eric longer than any of us, and she has known all the quirks of Eric Paulsen. Eric Paulsen as a single man, Eric Paulsen as a married man, Eric Paulsen when he was young, and you know, all the things. And you know, I've been lucky enough to work with him for about 18 years. It's not long enough, I would say. But the outpouring that we have seen tonight is just something that would make him proud, and I know that, and I can say that with 100% certainty, that he would be so proud and so happy, and it's just really incredible to see.
It's an emotional day for a lot of us. It's been an emotional couple of days for a lot of us, because each day that goes by, it sinks into the reality of what's happened and who we're without. All of us loved Eric. All of us have gotten into it with Eric. All of us have laughed with Eric.
Yes, to all the things. Yes.
Oh, it has been like we've run the gamut of emotions with Eric, but at the end of the day, you loved him, and you couldn't imagine this station without him, and I still cannot cannot imagine this station without him.
No, it really does seem surreal. And, it's really unfortunate that our younger reporters aren't going to get more time with them. And one of those is Alyssa Curtis. She's been covering this incredible second line for Eric tonight for us in the crowd. Alyssa, where are you now?
We are heading back to the starting point. We're heading back to the starting point. We're on Ursuline and Treme, so we're heading. But I wanted to mention something. You guys talked about how, some of us reporters wish we would have had gotten more time with him, and I am one of those. I've worked here now for 2 years, and I filled in a few times in the morning show, and sometimes we would cross paths, and Eric was just the absolute best. To be able to work with him, even just those few times, meant the world to me, and I know to the other reporters at this station. And this outpouring of love is so heartwarming. It's so overwhelming, and it's beautiful to see. The party is still going on. I think it's going to go well past when we head back to the starting point. That's just, again, a small glimpse into what we've been hearing, not just today, but in the days since Eric passed. So many people loved Eric and still love Eric, and that love is not going to go away. If I learned anything tonight, is that Eric's legacy, Eric's impact, Eric's love for this city will go far beyond his passing. I think people will be telling their children and their grandchildren about Eric Paulsen for generations to come, because a lot of people, especially today, we're talking about, sometimes people don't know, or sometimes people forget that Eric was not born in New Orleans, and it's shocking. It's shocking to some people because he loved this city like it was his own, and they loved him back. They say if you love New Orleans, it'll love you right back, and that's exactly what happened with Eric and his life and his legacy here in New Orleans and at Channel 4. Just look at this, guys. Meg said hundreds upon hundreds. I wouldn't even be shocked if there was like 1,000 people out here. And again, I haven't been able to go more than 10 steps without hearing, Eric, we love you. Eric was the best. Eric made me laugh in the morning. Eric came into my restaurant, and we had this interaction, and it's amazing to hear. It's so heartwarming, and I know it goes a long way for us at Channel 4. I'm sure it goes a long way to hear those amazing stories for his family. Again, a lot of people have just talked about how shocking his passing is, and it is really shocking, but this love is so felt from the community, and he, I know, is dancing in heaven right now. He is having the best time looking down at this. This is exactly what he would want. I said earlier, right when we were starting, there's a barbecue on 2 blocks and there's a bar on the other 2. And if you know Eric, you know he loved food, he loved the culture, he loved music. So this is such a great way to celebrate his life. We've been saying over the past few days, live like Eric, and this is exactly what Eric would have done. He would have danced the night away. He would have listened to some music. He would have been in the streets dancing with us, and this is just amazing. I don't know about you guys, my feet are hurting, but I don't even care because this is so much fun. I don't know how far else we're gonna go because it seems like the crowd is not dissipating at all. But again, this is just so amazing. I've had the biggest smile on my face, and even though it's been an emotional few days, we have been laughing and dancing through the pain and through the mourning. Yes.
We love our Eric. We love him to death.
Absolutely.
And he literally worked to his death.
Yes.
And that was the tenacity people love. It was that connection with the female reporters. It goes way back to Andre Trevine.
Absolutely.
We grew up on Eric. I'm 58, but I saw Eric when I was 7.
Yeah.
So can you imagine?
Absolutely.
What a loss. And it's going to be a really grave loss for this city. Such an icon.
Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that. And he is absolutely correct. What an icon, what a legend, what a giant Eric was. And this was the absolute perfect way to celebrate his life.